Hey everybody, I'm back once again. How you all doing? That's right. Why am I so happy? Well, some good stuff just happened. I am now officially licensed. I am now a licensed TAM. I'm allowed to work on 2 meter, 6 meter. I haven't got my HF done yet. That's coming up. So what does that mean? Well, I passed my test, but because I don't have a certain subscription, which is allows me to go on HF, which is 80% with honors. I scored a 75, so I can't knock it. Couple questions. It's all has to do with electronics, the actual transistors, parallel to serial, knowing how the resistors work in those. I kind of goofed up on. That being said, I passed the test. So, yeah. Right here is my Bofang, which I don't know if I've ever showed this off on this channel. But there's my radio right there with the nice fake Abri antenna. Unfortunately, I thought this was the Abri I ordered, but it turned out to be the aftermarket version. This is made by another company. But according to reviews to the Abri, it's considered just as good. So would have liked to got the Abri, but you know what? For this type of antenna and how small it will collapse, makes it a lot just easier. So in a few minutes, you're going to see me peel off the plastic off the screen. But before we do that, I should give you my call sign. My new call sign is Vector. Sorry, V for Victor, A for Alpha, F for Fox, U for Uniform, C for Charlie. Yeah, that's what it spells. I ended up with a call sign mostly on a dare. I was looking up call signs to figure out what I was going to use for my call sign for myself online. And we went hunting around and I found out those letters to clarify something here. VA3 and VE3 just stand for the area where I am. In Ontario, it's known as VA3. We go by each province has its own VE or VA code. So, say for, I believe Quebec is VA2. We are VA3. VA4, I believe, let me see if I remember my VAs right. VA and VE4 is Winnipeg. Sorry, Manitoba? Yeah, Manitoba. Then Saskatchewan, then, and so on and so forth. So, but here's where it becomes fun, is that Northwest Territories, like Yellowknife, Inuit, way above there, they got a different call sign. I think that's VO or VU, if I remember correctly. It's one of those two. I'll look it up once the video is edited, you'll see the information pop up. But, yeah, so I'm totally licensed now. But if you guys want to go back through my catalog, I do have my journey into ham radio. This is probably going to be my opening channel, because guys, this is what I'm going to be talking on this channel. Is going to be all about amateur radio. So if you're into amateur radio or you're curious on amateur radio or you're curious on where I'm going to take this channel, I really don't know myself. The next thing is I'm going to be looking at a new rig, probably either a Yaesus or Kenwood or even ICOM. More likely it's going to be ICOM because I'm going to be an ICOM fan. Used their radios before, love their radios. They're just gorgeous machines. Not knocking down Yaesu. Yaesu makes excellent radios too. Same with Kenwood, but I played with ICOM. I really enjoyed the ICOM. I think the ICOMs have a nicer looking in aesthetics looks, but also they have a nicer sound. I don't know what it is. I think they might use a different amplifier in them to give you a nicer, richer tone. But going from a Yaesus to an ICOM, you do notice a difference in sound. Now, there's a big difference between this little thing, which is my Baofeng, and an ICOM radio, or a Kenwood radio, or even a Yaesu's radio. There's an audio difference in these little guys. Personally, I am looking at maybe going to an ICOM, handset. I've also looked at a Kenwood handset, which I kind of really like. But you know what? These little guys are actually pretty good for starting off. Now, if anyone's going to tell you, oh, they broadcast out range, blah, 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 blah. Granted, there are some things that aren't that great with these radios. One, they're made cheaply. Two, they have issues. People don't like them. They don't like the sound that comes out of them. I get those. I honestly do. But for a first person that's getting into amateur radio, these are great little handsets to have. I don't broadcast all the time on them. I like how small they are. Sure, they're not the best of radios, but hey, you know what? You pay for what you get. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about APRS now that I have a call sign. And actually, one little app, if you're interested in APRS, is this little app here that I got on my iPad here. This is the app I use. This program allows me to look at APRS information as it comes in. Now, right now, I am running this off of my iPad, and it's sending me to someone else's drive, but you know what? Let me get back to my screen. Okay, something's going on weird here. So I'll just turn that off. But the program is called APRS Pro SE. You can download this free off the App Store. If you're an Android user, there's APRS Droid for the Android users. And it allows you to connect your radio into it and do APRS and have some fun with the APRS network. But APRS has gotten really more. There's a lot more that you can do once you are licensed. Sure, I mean, there's APRS.fi, and yes, it's interesting to look around your area to see what you can find out. As I've talked in a previous video, which card pop up now. No, sorry, it's this way. It'll pop up. Yeah. And click on the cards. Trust me. They'll take you to wherever you want to watch. And I love reading comments, so don't be afraid to comment down below as I'm talking here. But APRS has lots of cool information available to it, and I don't mind using it. It's fun to play with. What else can I say? I've made a contact or two, just playing around with our repeater in our own network. There's many repeaters that could be around. I'm going to be looking into Repeater Book, which is going to be another thing I'm going to dive into. I'm also hoping to pick up a new cable soon for my radio so I can program it myself. And then we can talk about programming radio and dive a little bit more into the journeys into this programming world of APRS, programming your radio, getting your radio set up to work and to do certain things. So I'm looking forward to getting into that a little bit more. But hopefully you guys have been finding this channel interesting, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying what you've been seeing. If you have any comments, suggestions, other ideas, just hit me up. Fire an email down below. If you're already licensed, throw down your license code down at the bottom. I'd like to know who else is watching if you are a licensed ham. Even if you're not a licensed ham and I've inspired you to maybe go get your license, let me know down below. I'd like to know everything. Well, anyways, everybody, I want to thank you all for following this channel. More content, hopefully, whenever I can get it up. It's more of I have equipment that I have to buy. And once I buy my equipment, I'll talk about it. I'll tell you all the features that I went with that radio. I'm going to probably do a rip down of the bow thing first. Why do I like this as a portable radio? And maybe we'll do some outside shooting. It is cold now. It is the winter months, so it's kind of hard to get out there to do some video. I'm hoping that be able to do an interview with one of my Elmers at his place, and we'll talk all about HF radio. We'll talk about, different transmission modes, dealing with SSTV, or slow scan television. And yeah, it'd be interesting to talk there because he's mostly does a lot of it on 20 meters. And this might be interesting for you guys. I'm not 100% sure, but I do find this stuff interesting. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching. And to all, 73, that's it for me.